Hi, this is Ms. Rosenthal with Geometry Unit 4. We're going to do a few notes for 1B, the area and perimeter of just 2D shapes. I know you've been through this before, so I'm just going to quickly kind of go through them to remind you. So I've got all the shapes identified over here, and I've got the formulas for area and perimeter off to the side here. So in each one, you want to make sure you can identify the parts that you need. So in this one, the area is length times width. So length would be the 8, width would be the 3, so 8 times 3, or 24. Now when we're talking about area, because these have units of measure here, we would say centimeters squared. Sometimes I say 24 square centimeters. For perimeter, we're going to take 2 times the length, which was 8, plus 2 times the width, which was 3. 16 plus 6 gives me 22. On a square by definition, all 4 sides are the same. For area, I'm going to take that side and I'm going to square it, which means 7 times 7, or 49 millimeters squared. For the perimeter, I'm going to take 4 times the side, and that's going to give me 28. Now, I forgot to say up on this first one here, perimeter, when we label that, that's just linear. That is just going to be straight lines. 28 millimeters. Okay, so area is going to be square units. Perimeter is just going to be units. On a triangle, base and height will always be perpendicular to each other. Base and height will always be perpendicular. So you're looking for the 2 that form that right angle. Sometimes they're a little difficult to find. So this one's easy. We've got 5 and a 12. So 12 times 5 divided by 2 is going to give me 30. And that one doesn't have any units on it, so we don't need to label our answer. For the perimeter, I'm just going to add the 3 sides. So it doesn't matter the order of those 3 sides. So when I add those together, I'm going to get 30. Okay, that doesn't always happen. That's just kind of a fluke sometimes. So here's a different type of triangle. You can see we're going to identify the base and the height. So this 12 goes all the way from end to end. And the height is going to be the 4, the one that is perpendicular or forming that right angle with the base. So when I do the area, base times height divided by 2, that dividing by 2 is what most students forget, and I'm going to get 24 there. The perimeter on this one, I have to remember perimeter is the distance around the outside edge. So the 4 is in the middle here, so that's not going to be part of the perimeter. So I'm going to go 5 plus 12 plus 9, and when I do that, I get 26. Okay, the next shape is a parallelogram, so it's kind of like a slanted rectangle. The formula is very similar to the rectangle, but on this one, again, base and height, whenever you see those, you're looking for the sides that create this right angle. Okay, now, parallelograms also have the same on both sides. Okay, the same lengths on both sides. So the base that this is perpendicular with is going to be 6, just like up above. So 6 goes all the way down here. The height is the 4. So 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, on the perimeter, we're basically going to add the 4 sides together. I need 2 of the bases, which is 6, and I need 2 of the sides, which is 5. Again, we're adding just this outside edge. 4 is not part of that, so I'm just going to take these. I'm going to say 12 plus 10, or 22. Last one is a trapezoid. So I'm going to identify the bases as base 1 and base 2. Those are the ones that are parallel to each other. It doesn't matter which one is 1 or 2. And then the H stands for the height. That's going to be, again, height is always going to be perpendicular to a side. Then it's just a matter of plugging the things in. So I got parentheses here with the 2 bases, the 6 plus the 8, times the height, which is 4, divided by 2. Okay, so again, the bases are going to be those 2 that are parallel to each other. Let's put that in there so we remember. And the height is going to be the one that is perpendicular to it. Okay, so order of operations, I got to do the parentheses first. That's 14 times 4 divided by 2 is going to be 28. perimeter, we're just going to add the 4 outside edges. So we have 6 and 5 and 8 and 7. A little bit different order here, but it doesn't matter with adding. You can do it any way you want. So I'm going to add those together, and I'm going to get it 26 units for my perimeter of a trapezoid. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know.